It's 1971. The squeaking of shoes can be heard on hardwood floor. The setting is a basketball court. It's the Washington Generals versus the Harlem Globetrotters. The ball just left the hands of the Globetrotters' opponent and is moving towards the basket. If it goes in, this will put their team up 199 against the Globetrotters with 3 seconds left and would end their several-year-long losing streak of well over 2,000. The player who shot the ball is Red Klotz, the heart and soul of the team. If you remember this as a game involving the Harlem Globetrotters and cannot for the life of you remember the name of the other team, then this video is just for you. I'll be retelling the infrequently told story of the Harlem Globetrotters' opponents, the Washington Generals. So before we really get into this, let me tell you a little bit about the man who's taking the shot, Red Klotz. Red is a 5'7" Jewish man who played basketball professionally. In case you've never heard of them, the Harlem Globetrotters are an exhibition basketball team. As you would expect from their namesake, the team originated in Illinois. They had the name Globetrotters and changed it to the New York Harlem Globetrotters because having a team from a different part of the country added a sense of mystery. The team was better than every other professional team because during the time of segregation, African Americans weren't allowed to play basketball professionally. Since there was only one team that African Americans could join, the talent pool for the team was huge and the Globetrotters essentially became an all-star team. They absolutely stomped on everybody who would get in their way and after a while started working in more flair. They would spin the ball on their fingers, do insane passes, and sink ridiculous shots, and after a while they became more well-known for their entertainment rather than their exceptional basketball talent.
That's when I come in.
The ghost of Red Klotz, is that you?
You bet your sweet ass it's me. This is your tape.
I don't think you made that reference properly, nor is it really relevant anymore.
Zip it, cereal fucker. This is my story and I'm going to tell it how I want to. The Globetrotters asked me to create a team to tour with them, and I created the Washington Generals. With me at the helm, we were going to take the country by storm. Sure, the Globetrotters beat dozens of professional teams with ease, but I played professionally, and I make a damn fine coach. I expected to play basketball, but instead when I showed up, they did everything but. The Globetrotters make a goddamn mockery of the game. Way out of the fundamentals. You're up 30 points bouncing the ball off my players' heads. Show some class, you fucking mashugana.
Does he know that his team is supposed to lose every time? No, I don't think he does.
I thought when the NBA started to accept African Americans, the Globetrotters would wane in talent and we would stand more of a chance. But no, day in, day out, we'd get absolutely stooped by Harlem.
Right you are, Red. Washington would lose to Harlem every time they played because the Globetrotters were a traveling act meant to entertain audiences.
People attend the games and root only for the Harlem Globetrotters, the goddamn plastics. They ride the Globetrotters' dick harder than all the bandwagon bozos who root for the Lakers when LeBron showed up.
Right you are, Red. The games would end with scorelines of 40-70, 29-50, 80-90, always with the Globetrotters coming out on top.
They were good. Too good. Too goddamn good. Like too fucking good. They're unreal. Look at those motherfuckers. We could beat them. I knew we could. We would run drills for hours at a time until bodies collapsed. Those smug rat fuckers would never know what hit them. But alas, I've tried everything from practicing the fundamentals like good passing, good shooting form, not falling for pump fakes several times in a row, but no matter what, I just couldn't get it through to them that we couldn't keep losing to those schmucks. Alright, listen fellas, the Globetrotters have won several thousands of times in a row at this point. Don't any of you want to not be labeled as losers?
But coach, the Globetrotters are supposed to win, that's why we exist.
Fuck you, Four Eyes, I ought to smack you upside the head for being such a whiny putz. I'm subbing myself in next game, and we're gonna win this son of a bitch.
But coach, you're 50 years older and you technically aren't a player. I don't think you could do that.
Well, I don't think you can go fuck yourself, but I'd love to see you try, you cock.
That next game was a very tense battle between the Globetrotters and the Generals, and the Globetrotters were taking the lead like they normally do, till the Generals began mounting quite a comeback.
My players were doing their damnedest to make it a good game, and little did the audience know, it was going to be more than a good game. It was going to be historic.
The Generals eventually took the lead, with Red repeatedly screaming fundamentals and play real basketball in between numerous rants of obscenities in Yiddish. The Globetrotters were messing around a little too much and realized with very little time left on the clock that they had to amount to comeback, otherwise they were going to lose. They began playing real basketball, as Red would call it, and they started to minimize the deficit.
Those clowns began playing basketball the way it was meant to be played, and it was glorious. So glorious, in fact, that I wish they never play that way again, because they were very clearly better than we'll ever be.
Right you are, Red. With a few seconds left on the clock, the Globetrotters took a 1-point lead. As time was winding down, the 50-year-old Klotz got the ball.
If any of my other players had the ball, they would have missed the shot. But not me. The true underdog story would finally come true, and the dreams of the audience members and the players would be changed forever.
I mean, technically he's not wrong. Now you're caught up with the beginning of the video. It's time to say what happened. Red drained the shot. 3 seconds remained of the clock, and the Generals were up by a point. The Globetrotters tried one last time, but unfortunately it didn't go in.
People couldn't believe what they just saw.
People couldn't believe what they just saw.
They looked at me like I just shot Santa Claus. They wanted to kill me.
After the last shot of the game, the Generals showered each other with orange soda instead of champagne. With this victory, the Generals believed they could maybe string a few wins together and change their losing ways. They could finally be the team everyone admires because of their good fundamentals and lack of flair, like the WNBA. Instead, the Globetrotters would never lose a game since, and they won their next 10,000 games against the Generals. Red Klotz eventually passed away in 2014, and he was inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame.
Alright, my time here is done. I'm going back to heaven to do more blow. Send my check in the mail or I'll haunt you forever.
A check? You never gave me an address or anything. Wait, why is that the first thing I'm worrying about?
Well, in that case, be prepared for me to come inside of you.
Whoa! Red! Do you mean possess me, or are you talking about... Why am I having this conversation? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, send it to a friend. They might like it too. If you want to be notified of future releases, be sure to subscribe, or follow this channel on Instagram.
Those smug rat fuckers would never know what hit them.
This is so fucking dumb. Oh my God.